Christopher Zingo, class of 1990.
I've known Chris for 40 years, so we played Little League baseball against each other. Actually, I met Chris for the first time officially when he ran me over at a play at the plate, which one wasn't allowed to do at that age, at that time. And I got the worst of it, that's for sure. And I stood up and I had some choice words for Chris, which I wouldn't have said knowing what I do now. We were both thrown out of the game. And the next morning we had been chosen to play on a regional team out of that town team. And Chris came up to me in the parking lot and put his hand out and said, since we're on the same team, we might as well be friends. And we have been ever since. I think at Fairfield Prep, the thing you think about when you think of Chris Zingo is he was the toughest athlete any of us played with. He was intense. He only knew one speed, as Coach Maffei on the football field said. And this was an era where toughness was prized at Prep. We were coached by Earl Lavery, by Rich Magden, by Bob Maffei. We had Ed Rowe as our baseball coach. These are legendary names in the Prep community. And winning and toughness were the things one could put oneself into wholeheartedly, and we certainly did. I think the moment that stands out for me, for Chris, as an athlete at Prep, was the state championship football game, what would have been his junior year, where he played both linebacker and fullback during that game, which was a game of inches. It was very low scoring. It was a tough game, and we ran about 3 plays at the time: run right, run left, and run center. And there were a lot of power. And the defense, they kind of knew what we were going to do.
The clock in there to win the Class LL crown, 7-0. Prep's second title in this decade. Back in '82, they won it by beating, you guessed it, Run It.
So Chris was the focal point of that game for us, and you'd want Chris right in the middle of things. I think this has been true throughout his athletic career, and certainly was the case when he played middle linebacker at Cornell. I saw Chris play in the Canadian Football League in a game in Shreveport, Louisiana, when he was playing for the Pirates professionally, and this was a team that was composed of predominantly All-American players from the top Division I colleges in the country, from Michigan and Iowa and Florida, etc. He was coached by Forrest Gregg, who was a Hall of Fame NFL coach. And Chris was the leader on that field. It was a very proud moment for me in supporting a friend who had gone on to do excellent things, athletically or otherwise. But Chris's life and the example and the success he's had as a person in business, in terms of his family life, I think that Chris has always shown. And to me, he also embodies something that the poet Robert Frost said, which is the best way around something is through it. Chris probably took that a little too literally at times. Certainly anyone who played football against him realized that that was his pathway of choice. In any event, Chris, I want to congratulate you. I want to say that I'm very proud to be your friend. I'm very proud to have known you as long as I have, and to have been in the circle of you and Gary and Lori and Randy. You've all meant a lot to me over the years. So congratulations. At this time, I'd like to formally enshrine you into the Fairfield Prep Athletic Hall of Fame. And again, my sincere congrats to you, and thanks for being such a good presence in my life over the years. Congrats, Chris.